Yo, yo, yo. Hello and welcome. You'll never guess where I'm at. I'm back to the same place I was 3 weeks ago. I'm back up on Mary's Peak up there. We're back to that same place where that geologist was calling this stuff pillow basalt, and I was doing a video that is not pillow basalt. I wanted to show you this on the way in. We're looking at granite right here. This is not diorite. This is granite because there's too much mineral in it, and there's not nearly as much quartz as there should be from pressure. See how shiny and sparkly this is in here? We're getting into a lot of silicates in here, okay, and quartzite basically in the granite. And they say this is all caused from pressure and stuff. So that means that what they're calling pillow basalt that geologist walked across away from the other day would be crystallized also, okay? Because we have still another almost 2,000 feet in elevation of what they would call geological layering on top of what he's calling pillow basalt. Well, pillow basalt is magma. So it's got to have silica in it and silicates, but this has none. And there's no way that would happen, having all these layers of geology on top of it and not be at least crystallized from pressure, okay? That totally goes against their theory. So we're going to step over here because what I was calling interstitium the other day, I was wrong. It's not interstitium. It might be a few pieces, but I'm running into something cellular, and that's why I'm back. So we're going to look at this. Now remember, this is granite on top of what we're going to look at, okay? Now, diorite is supposed to be in between basalt and granite. And this is not diorite because we got way too much mineral and not enough crystallization from quartzite, okay? So this is granite. On top, well, that's a granite up there. But this is an old rock pit, okay? They took the best rock out, which is the granite, because it works best for road beds. And then what we got here, that geologist the other day was calling pillow basalt, which is absolutely not true. Absolutely, because there's no crystallization, there's no porosity, there's no silicates, and there's none of the indicators for pillow basalt. And plus, there are all these individual small balls, okay? And I think what I got going on is two different things here, and we're going to look at this today and take a better look at it than what I did. Okay, now I'm going to leave a link to that video that geologist had. And what happened was I follow this geologist because he does a lot of my groundwork for me, so I don't have to go out. And what he was calling pillow basalt here, I seen in his video, I'm going, that is not pillow basalt. That is not what pillow basalt even does. It has no characteristics of pillow basalt. And you see this texture? This is actually a cellular membrane. And there's no crystallization in any of this. He even, when in his video, he says he wasn't finding what he was looking for. It's because he wasn't finding the silicates. He wasn't finding the porosity. He wasn't finding the crystallization. And if you take a look at the stuff he busted open, which I took some home, it's mineral. It's almost solid mineral, okay? It is not pillow basalt. Pillow basalt is magma. So this should have silicates in it. This should have porosity in it. And if nothing else, it should be crystallized because of the silicates in it, because of the 2,000 feet of pressure of all the other stuff on top of this, okay? So this totally goes against their theory of crystallization and pressure. Then where's it at? Where's it at? There isn't any. You see this? That is a membrane on the outside edge. See that? That's a membrane. And this is what was throwing me the other day. I was seeing this membrane, and plus I was also seeing... where was it, that one I was looking at? I think it was this one right here. What didn't have as much of a membrane on the outside, and I was calling this interstitium because it's your collagens, okay? And so if you take a look at the pattern on the outside of this, on almost all of them, this one here is not split open. I went over this before, and see, they're all balls. They're all these round balls, but I think I might have some interstitium mixed in with some cellular composition of some kind. I'm not sure what it is, okay? And I was thinking it was like I was looking around, I thought it might have been like a nuclear pore complex structure. Yeah, try to say that 3 times. Nuclear pore complex structure. And that's what I thought I might be getting into. But this white stuff, I took it home and looked in it because I thought, you know, it could be crystallized and everything, but it's not. Okay, this is not quartz in here either because it's almost like a chalk. Okay, you take it home and it'll crumble in your hands. This white, this like veiny stuff through here. Okay, this is a cell membrane. I believe this is a cell membrane, and then inside the cell, you get into this matrix like this, and like that one there. See, this one's broken off right here, and you can see inside the matrix, and they're all like this. Okay, so first of all, we've eliminated, this is not pillow basalt, this is not magma under the surface, because there's no porosity, there's no crystallization, there's no silicates. It's mainly mineral. Okay, solid. But look at the texture on them. Okay, this reminds me so much of a membrane. And not only that, you got to remember, we're on a cellular level here. That membrane on the coast that I bring, that bilipid membrane, it's only about 20 miles, maybe 25 miles as the bird flies to that membrane. So you got to keep that in mind. It's got to fit the size of the membrane. So that would mean these could absolutely be some kind of cellular mate. I'm not sure what though. I thought it might have been blood cells, but blood cells aren't this complex, even for deoxygenated blood. Now we're finding some rust in these, which would be more oxygenated ferrous oxide. Okay, here's one here that you can see inside of it, and then the outside is this, see? And here's more. See, this is a membrane, man. This is a membrane. That's what it is. Over every one of these is a membrane. And then inside, like I said here, see, you can see this one here. You got the membrane goes around the outside, and then you got the piece in the, you know, this in the middle. I mean, they're just absolutely loaded. Here's another one. You know, these right here. This one right here. This one here's busted off. You can even see part of the membrane still right here, see? It's busted off. Okay. So, I'm not positive what's going on, but I do know that it's not interstitium. There could be some pieces, like this could possibly be an interstitium ball, but I can't verify that, because it's just, see, they're all got this membrane over them. See that? Here too. See if I can get up on here a little bit. See, they're everywhere. See this one here, this one right here, that one right there. This whole thing, this whole mound is nothing but these round spheres, which I believe are a cell of some kind. This whole thing is nothing but those. And I believe there's two things going on here. We could have a few interstitium, because this is going to be decayed and eroded really bad. So it's not going to look textbook. Look how big that one is. See that? That whole thing right there is one sitting on top of it. So I don't know if I have two things going on here. See, you got a big round one right here, got another one sitting right here, got one right here. You still got the membrane on it. See that? And then we got the granite on top, what they call granite on top of this. So it would absolutely have to be crystallized just from pressure alone, like they say. But it's not. And that geologist the other day walked away from every bit of this. You know why? Because he knew what he was looking at wasn't what he was calling it. He wasn't finding what he should for being pillow basalt. And that's why he said, well, I'm not finding what I should. That's right, you're not. Because this is not magma. This is not basalt, which is magma, okay? You got intrusive basalt and extrusive. So basically what you got is you got magma under the surface and lava above is what it is, okay? Just some fancy words they throw in. So, this is absolutely not pillow basalt. Now look at the size of that one there. That whole thing is one. That big round one. Look at that. That's one right there by itself. That huge, that thing's 8 feet across right there. I got my wife here with me today, and she's seeing this stuff too, and she's seeing the exact same thing. They're just all round balls in here. So even if it was geological, it would not be pillow basalt. If anything, they'd be geodes or concretions, and they're not those either, okay? Because they don't even understand the difference between tendon balls, interstitium balls, and geological concretions, because there's a difference. So I'm gonna look around. Here's another one here that shows up pretty good. I mean, they're just everywhere, see? Here, they're just buried in this, just everywhere. Here's one, two of them actually. Another one here, just absolutely everywhere. one here, sitting on top of that one there sitting on top of this one. Another one here, still encased, a little bit cracked open right there, but see, you still got that same pattern on the outside. Every one of them have this pattern on the outside. And then this one here is kind of oblong. It goes like this. Okay. Oh, this is steep. But I had to come back up here and correct myself because this is not interstitial. Here we're getting in. Now look at them all in here. Take a good look. These are all just one there, one there, one there, one here, one here, one here, one here, one here. Big round one right here. See that one? Okay. Got this one here. Got the same membrane on the outside. Identical. See, the thing is, there's another one here. They have the exact same membrane. They have the exact same structure inside. There's no way on God's green earth that pillow basalt is going to be identical in every one, especially getting hit with cold water and fracturing and the steam. I'll tell you, this is absolute insanity. Insanity. But this shows you that they're wrong. Wrong, wrong, wrong. This is not magma. It's not crystallized. No silicates. Everything they say should be here is not here. And like I said, we still got another 1,500 feet in elevation to go. So you get all this compaction on top. They say it's 56 million year old celeste event, yet no crystallization from what should be crystallization because of the silicates and magma. This would be ring of fire magma or pillow basalt if it was pillow basalt. Check it out. Ring of fire magma has the highest silica content of any magma on the planet. That's why it's super thick and don't flow like honey. Yet this has no silicates. None. That's impossible. Okay? This isn't magma. This is biological. And these are cells of some kind. Like I said, we got what they call granite on top, right up there. Got a type change. So there should be at least, if nothing else, the silicates should have turned into quartz from pressure alone. Even I've showed you the white streaks through this stuff, the membranes. It's not quartz. I took some home and it crumbles up so easy, it's not even funny. It's almost like a powder. Okay? It's a membrane. All right. I hope that clarifies. Look at the size of this one here. I wish I could get up on there, but here's one. And some of them are more are not perfectly round. You know, they look like they're squished or whatever. Like this one looks like it's squished. See? There's the outside layer. So anyway, that one there's still got the membrane on it too. Right here, this is a big one. But they all have that membrane on the outside, even right here. Here's one right in here. I mean, it's just the whole thing's nothing but these round spheres with this membrane on the outside and the same matrix on the inside. Okay? This is a big one right here. Sitting on top of one that's, well, actually this whole piece is one. Yeah, this is whole piece is one. See that? That's what I mean. I ran into these, they're not perfectly round. Sitting on top of a bigger one right here. See, and it's still got the membrane on it, see? It's broken, still got the membrane attached, but it's broken open on the inside. And it runs over this way. See, this one is the bottom side of the one I showed you above it. It's got the membrane on it too, see? See this? It's got it on the bottom too, but it's cracked off right here and it exposes what's inside. This is not magma. This has nothing to do with volcanism. I mean, it's just loaded in here. So I'm not quite positive what it is yet. Totally. I'm still looking, trying to figure it out, but it's just over the top. And like I said, the closest thing I found so far was this, oh man, it's slick here, was a nuclear pore complex structure I've been looking at. But that's just part of a cell, the outer ring on a cell. So I don't know. Down there, we're talking stuff that is so, geez, there's another giant one right there. See how it all comes together in the center right there? That one, that's probably 7 feet across on that one. And that great big one over there I showed you. Another one there right beside it. There's some massive ones in here. I mean massive. And then you got the smaller ones. So some of the great big ones, like that one up there, that one there, and that one up there, and that one there, and that one there. They look a little different pattern. That's what threw me today, because they don't look like they got that rind as predominant as these do right in here. And so they could be interstitial mixed in because of the erosion and decay mixed in with it. This one up in here. I mean, it's just over the top when you're here looking at this stuff, because it's just, that's all it is, big old pile of round balls. All right, that should just about do it for this video, but I wanted to clarify that and prove that this absolutely, according to what they say, their science, this should be loaded with silicates. Yeah, loaded with quartz, loaded with porosity, lots of porosity. There should be lots of porosity in this, and there's none. Look at this one. It's still got more of a shiny membrane on the outside of that main membrane. This, I can't reach up there. And there's the bottom side. See what it looks like? Identical. And there's no way, if this was magma, we'd have this identical on each one of these. Every one of them has this pattern on the outside. Okay? And they're individual pieces. And look at this massive one right here. This massive one right here. And it's still got the membrane here, the membrane here, and it's broken off. You can see how thick the membrane is, about that thick. And it's busted into it, and it gets real chunky in here, and no silicates. So I'm gonna be getting some samples here today, so I'm gonna do that real quick to take home and look under the microscope. Okay, so I come out to take some samples today, and I already found one here that's got some of the that membrane on the outside. You can see the thickness of the membrane there. So this is one I'll be able to take, and I want to get some more of this membrane. See, it's so hard to get off and keep the membrane. See that white? That's not quartz. I've taken it home and looked, and it's not quartz. You can see more of it in here, all this white membrane. I was hoping to get some out, but it's stuck in there pretty hard. I'm gonna get some close to the membrane. See, this has got, see the rust in there? So we've got ferrous oxide, so we've got iron in this, and that's mainly what this is. When I got it home and looked at it, it's mainly mineral. There's no silicates, no porosity in it, which there should be if this is magma, okay? Like I told you. Now that's using their theories even, and so it's not. So that blows their theory completely out of the water on crystallization and pressure. This should be crystallized so bad it'd be on your wildest dreams, and it's not. So we're gonna be taking a lot of this home and looking at it. Here's what that stuff looks like on the inside. It's almost like a powder. That white that's in this membrane here, this white, see this white right here? Look at, see this, look at how this comes out of here. I can just move it with this stuff. So it's not crystallized, and it should be. This should be so crystallized with, this should be, you know, yeah, quartz. Like crazy, but it's not. See this? It's like a powder. So let me get a little bit more of this. This membrane's what's really killer. See that membrane running through there? See that white? That is not quartz. Look how I just peeled it off my fingers. It's soft and pliable. That shouldn't be happening right now if this is 56 million years old with 1,500 feet more of geological layering. This should be so crystallized, it's not even funny because of the silicates it's supposed to have from being magma. And it don't have it because this is not magma. No characteristics, no indicator whatsoever. And that geologist just walked away from it the other day. You know why? Because it doesn't fit the narrative. They do this every time when it doesn't fit the narrative. They twist things, they twist carbon dating, all this to fit the narrative. And this is what I get tired of, the lies, okay? I'm not upset, I'm passionate. Don't you get tired of being lied to? Look how black and shiny that is. Where's the silicates? That's why he wasn't finding nothing the other day. You see that? That's what I'm finding. This stuff is so shiny when you get it broke open, it's not even funny. Look at that. Look how shiny that is. Okay? And it's solid that way. Even the stuff I'm taking out, it's that way in this. Okay, a lot of this is already falling off. You can see the red in it. So we're getting some ferrous oxides in it. I want to get the center of some of these other ones here a little bit better. Hard to crawl around on this stuff. I may have a little bit of quartz right there. Not sure. Should be loaded. Okay, that's gonna about do it. I think I have enough. I think you're getting the point though. So this has another, so you got another coating on top of this membrane. Boy, there's a lot to, so much to see, so much to learn. All right, I'm gonna bug on out of here. I just noticed just driving through, me and my wife were looking at this. There's a massive one right there. See, this is all what should be pillow basalt too, that he walked 1,000,000 miles and I just did also. We could have been right here. Look at this. See that one right there? There's one right there. There's the rhino one. There's one right there. This whole thing's those round. Look, every one of these is one of those balls. One right there, one over there, one right up there, one there, one there. This whole thing. I'll go look at this over here real quick too. How much we got on this side? We definitely have it down over in here. This is so cool. Got something, got it in here too. Okay, this would be what they'd be calling pillow basalt too. We were just over the other side of this, a hump down in there, and this is more of it right here. Okay, and this is not pillow basalt. This was never magma. Has no silicates, no porosity, no crystallization. It's all mineral. And we don't have any of the round spheres here. Okay, no round spheres here. No, look at this, seriously. Look at how chunky and blocky this is. See this? Then we have this here. You got a seam up there running that way. And then you get into those cell membranes. All those round spheres in that right there. Okay? That whole thing is solid spheres. Look at that. Every bit of that is those spheres, those round spheres. And that right up there, there's that line. See how blocky and chunky this is? Right here. And right on top is what those round spheres are. Those are all those round spheres right there. And look how chalky and blocky and chunky this is. Now I'm gonna take all that. You can see it's got silicates in it already. I can see it. But yet the stuff that he's calling pillow basalt don't have any. Oh, that's hilarious. Well, it's kind of sad, really. Oh, I just loaded in there with them. But you can really see them on this side. And then we get down in here, and there's none. Just that seam through here. Okay? There's another line right there that kind of separates it. Got some on the lower side, though, right in there, but then it peters out right in here. And you got more of them in here. There's a massive one right there. See how that goes right to a center right there, a center cone right there? That's a massive one right there. That's why I thought those might have been interstitium, those balls, because of what I was seeing there. But that one there's crap. That thing's 12 feet across. That one. That's the outside edge of it right here. See that round, that curve right there? That's one of them right there. All right. It's not magma. Oh, crud. It has nothing to do with volcanism. It's biology. It's biological. And I just proved it with their theory of pressure and crystallization and porosity and yada yada and silicates. None. All right. That ought to do it for a video. Adios and shalom.